European GST model presentation by Sukanya MCOM Final MPM Government College Karkala. Introduction. The European Union Value Added Tax is a value added tax on goods and services within the European Union. The European Union's institutions do not collect the tax, but European Union member states are each required to adopt a value added tax that complies with European Union VAT code. Different rates of VAT apply in different European Union member states, ranging from 17% in Luxembourg to 27% in Hungary. The total VAT collected by member states is used as part of the calculation to determine what each state contributes to the European Union's budget. VAT is generally VAT is general tax that applies in principles to all commercial activities involving the production and distribution of goods and the provision of services. Here, VAT is levied on most goods and services that are traded for consumptions within the European Union. It is applied when a VAT registered business sells goods or services to buyers based in European Union. It applies more or less to all the goods and services that are brought and sold for a use or consumption in European Union. Thus, goods which are sold for export or services which are sold to customers abroad are normally not subjected to VAT. The European Union is a political and economic union of total 27 member states that are located primarily in Europe. Here, the 27 European member states are required to adopt the value added tax. How it works? The European Union VAT system is regulated by a series of European Union directives. The European Union VAT is based on the destination principle. The value added tax is paid to the government of the country in which the consumer who buys the product lives. Businesses selling a product charge the VAT and the customer pays it. When the customer is a business, the VAT is known as input VAT. When a customer purchases the end product from a business, the tax is called as a output VAT. European Union Directive is a legal act of the European Union which requires member states to achieve a particular result without dictating the means of achieving that result. Here, directive means official instructions or authoritative. The application of value added tax is based on the destination principle. It is a concept of international taxation which allow for value added tax is to be retained by the country where the taxed product is being sold. They are collected on imports and rebated on export. This principle is also applied to the GST of several countries like India. Coordinated administration. A value added tax collected at each stage in the supply chain is remitted to the tax authorities of the member state concerned and forms part of the state's revenue. A small proportion goes to the European Union in the form of a levy. The coordinated administration of value added tax within the European Union VAT area is an important part of the single market. A cross border VAT is declared in the same way as domestic VAT, which facilitates the elimination of border controls between member states, saving costs and reducing delays. It also simplifies administrative work for freight forwarders. The European Union has developed an internal single market. The European single market is a single market comprising of 27 member states of the European Union. Cross-border VAT means buying goods from the another European Union country. Freight forwarder is a person or company that organizes shipments for individuals or corporations to get goods from the manufacturers or producers to a market, customer or final point of distribution. European Union Directive. The main aim of the European Union VAT Directive is to harmonize value added tax within the European Union VAT area and specifies that VAT rates must be within a certain range. It has several basic purposes. First one, harmonization of VAT law. Second one, harmonization of content and layout of the VAT declaration. Third one, regulation of accounting, providing a common legal accounting framework. Fourth one, providing detailed invoices and receipts, meaning that member states have a common invoice framework. Regulation of account payable, regulation of account receivable, standard definition of national accountancy and administrative terms. The VAT directive is published in all European Union official languages. When it comes to the matters of invoice, the following are the contents. First one, merchant's trading name and address, merchant's value added tax number, invoice date, buyer's name and address, applicable VAT rate. History. Most member states are already had a system of value added tax before joining the European Union, but for some countries such as Spain, VAT was introduced with the membership into the European Union. In 1977, the Council of the European Communities sought to harmonize the national value added tax systems of its member states by issuing the sixth directive to provide a uniform basis of assessment and replacing the second directive promulgated in 1967. In 2006, the Council sought to improve on the sixth directive by recasting it. So, let's see one by one. First directive. The first directive is concerned with harmonizing the legislation of the member states with respect to turnover taxes. Second one, this act was adopted to replace the multi-level cumulative indirect taxation system in the European Union member states by simplifying tax calculations and neutralizing the indirect taxation factor in relation to completion in the European Union. Turnover taxes is similar to value added tax. It is a tax on total transactions or gross sales, usually applicable to all the sales of commodities by manufacturer, wholesalers and retailers. Multi-level cumulative indirect taxation means, for example, excise duties on fuel, liquor and cigarettes. At the time when the European Community was created, the original 6 European Union countries were using the different form of indirect taxes, most of which were cascade taxes. It was evident that if there was even going to be an efficient single market in Europe, a neutral and transparent turnover tax system was required. Sixth directive. The sixth directive characterized the European Union VAT as harmonization of the member states' general tax on the consumption of goods and the services. The sixth directive defined the taxable transactions within the European Union VAT scheme as a transaction involving the supply of goods, supply of services, and the importation of goods. Second one, abuse criteria are identified by the jurisprudence of the European Court of Justice developed from 2006 onwards. European Court of Justice means it is the Supreme Court of the European Union in matters of European Union law. It is tasked with interpreting European Union law and ensuring its equal applications across all European Union member states under Article 263 of the Treaty of the Functioning of the European Union. The accrual of an undue tax advantage may be even found under a formal application of the sixth directive and shall be based on a variety of objective factors highlighting that the organization structure and the form of transaction freely chosen by the taxpayer are essentially aimed to carry out a tax advantage which is contrary to the purpose of European Union sixth directive. Having the purpose of limiting their tax burdens, it is in contrast with the constitutional right to the freedom of entrepreneurship. Undue tax advantage means tax law that helps the taxpayers to reduce their tax liabilities. Freedom of entrepreneurship means it is the ability of a people of the society to take economic actions. It defines economic liberty as the freedom to produce, trade, and consume only goods and services acquired without the use of force, fraud, or theft. Eighth directive. The eighth directive focuses on harmonizing the legislation of the member states with respect to turnover taxes, provision on the reimbursement of value added tax to taxable persons not established on the territory of the country. The provisions of this act allow a taxpayers of one member state to receive a VAT refund in another member state. Here, reimbursement of VAT that you paid on goods purchased in Europe. It means VAT refund. So, the main aim of 8th directive is to harmonizing the laws or rules made by the government. Recast 6th directive. The recast of the 6th directive retained all the legal provision of the 6th directive but also incorporated VAT provisions found in other directives and rearranged text order to make it more readable. In addition, the recast 6th directive codified certain other instruments including Commission decision of 2000 relating to funding of the European Union's budget from the from from with the percentage of the VAT amounts collected by each member state. The recast 6th directive focuses or codified on funding of the European Union's budget submitted by European Commission. The 6th directive defined a taxable transactions within the European Union VAT scheme as a transaction involving first one supply of goods, second one supply of services, third one importation of goods. Let's see one by one. First is supply of goods. In that first one, domestic supply. A domestic supply of goods is a taxable transactions where goods are received in exchange for considerations within one member state. One member state then charges VAT on the goods and allow a corresponding credit upon resale. Second one, intra-community acquisition. An intra-community acquisition of goods is a taxable transactions for consideration crossing two or more member states. The place of supply is determined to be the destination member state and VAT is normally charged at the rate applicable in the destination member state. However, there are special provisions for distance selling. Distance sale. When a vendor in one member state selling goods directly to individuals and VAT exempt organizations in another member state and the aggregate value of goods sold to consumers in that member state is below 1 lakh euro in any 12 consecutive months, that sale of goods may qualify for a distance sale treatment. Distance sale treatment allows the vendor to apply domestic place of supply rules for determining which member state collects the VAT. This allows VAT to be charged at the rate applicable in the exporting member state. However, there are some additional restrictions to be met. Certain goods do not qualify. For example, new motor vehicles and a compulsory VAT registration is required for a supplier of excise goods such as tobacco and alcohol to the UK. If sales to final consumers in a member state exceeds 1 lakh euro, the exporting vendor is required to charge VAT at the rate applicable in the importing member state. If a supplier provides a distance sale services to several European Union member states, a separate accounting of sold goods in regards to VAT calculation is required. The supplier must then seek a VAT registration in each country where the volume of sales in any 12 consecutive months exceeds the local threshold. A special threshold amount of 35,000 euro is allowed if the importing member state fears that without the lower threshold amount, competitions within the member state would be distorted. It is mandatory to register for VAT in the European Union state where business is incorporated or located, depending on the products or services sold, sold in an European Union member state registered for VAT in that member state. At the same time, business may also need to get registered in other member state in order to carry out business transactions. Thus, depending on the products or services, as different rules are followed for digital goods, the business need to get registered. So it is clear that it is not single registration but multiple registration based on business transaction. So two options for registering in member states. One is either register for VAT in each European Union member states where business takes place. Second one, register for VAT MOS. MOS means mini one stop shop. That is registration instead of getting registered in all the states in European Union. Second one, supply of services. A supply of services is the supply of anything that is not a good. The general rule for determining the place of supply is the place where the supplier of the services is established, such as a fixed establishment. It means permanent establishment. Uh, it means a fixed place of business that generally gives rise to income or VAT liability in a particular jurisdiction. Where the service is supplied, the supplier's permanent address, or where the supplier is usually resides. VAT is charged at the rate applicable in and collected by the member state where the place of supply of the service is located. This general rule for the place of supply of services is subject to several exceptions if the services are supplied to customers established outside the community or to taxable persons established in the community but not in the same country as the supplier. Most exceptions switch the place of supply to the place of receipt. Such exceptions include first one, transport services, cultural services, artistic services, services, scientific services, educational services, ancillary transport services, services relating to transfer pricing services, miscellaneous services include legal services, banking and financial services, telecommunications, broadcasting, electronically supplied services, services from engineers and accountants, advertising services, intellectual property services, the place of real estate related services is where the real estate is located. There are special rules for determining the place of electronically delivered supply of services. If the place of supply is outside the European Union, no VAT is charged. In this, fixed establishment or permanent establishment is a fixed place of business that generally gives rise to income or VAT liability in a particular jurisdiction. Here, transport services, cultural services, artistic services, sporting services, scientific services, educational services, ancillary transport services, services related to transfer pricing services are these supplies are exempt from value added tax. Third one, importation of goods. Goods imported from non-member states are subject to VAT at the rate applicable in the importing member state whether or not the goods are received for consideration and the importer VAT is generally charged at the border at the same time as custom duty and uses the price determined by customs. However, as a result of European Union administrative VAT relief, an exception called low relief consignment relief is allowed on low value shipment. VAT is paid on the importation is treated as input VAT in the same way as domestic purchases. VAT is an European Union tax adopted by the member states of the European Union. However, as the result of the action of an European Union, administrative VAT relief and exception is an option allowed on shipments to the member states of the low value. This administrative relief is known as low value consignment relief and it is governed by the European Union Council directives. Exemptions. There is a distinction between goods and services which are exempt from value added tax and those which are subject to 0% VAT. The seller of exempt goods and services is not entitled to reclaim input VAT on business purchases, whereas the seller of goods and services rated at 0% is entitled. For example, a book manufacturer in Ireland who purchases paper including VAT at the 23% rate and sells books at the 0% rate is entitled to reclaim the VAT on the purchase of paper as the business is making taxable supplies. In the countries like Sweden and Finland, non-profit organizations such as sports clubs are exempt from all VAT and have to pay full VAT for purchases without reimbursement. Additionally, in Malta, the purchase of food for human consumption from supermarkets, grocers, etc., the purchase of pharmaceutical products, school tuition fees, and scheduled bus service fares are exempted from VAT. The European Union Commission wants to abolish or reduce the scope of exemptions. There are objections from sports federations since this would create cost and a lot of bureaucracy for voluntary staff. As I said earlier, that rate change takes place in different states based on European Union notice, announcements, and directives. There are transactions that fall under the category of exemptions too. They are public interest activities such as medical care, school education, specific insurance, and financial services. VAT groups. A VAT group is a grouping of companies or organizations who are permitted to treat themselves as a single unit for purposes related to the collection and payment of VAT. Article 11 of the directive permits member states to decide whether to allow VAT whether to allow groups of closely linked companies or organization to be treated as a single taxable person, and if so also implement its own measures decided to combat any associated tax avoidance or evasion arising from misuse of the provision. The group members must be closely related, example, a principal company and its subsidiary company, and should register jointly for VAT purposes. The VAT does not need to be levied on the cost of transactions undertaken within the group. VAT groups are permitted for a tax avoidance. It is the legal usage of the tax regime in a single territory to one's own advantage to reduce the amount of tax that is payable by means that are within the law. 8th and 13th directives. Businesses can be required to register for VAT in European Union member states other than the one in which they are based if they supply goods via mail order to those states over a certain threshold. Businesses established in one member state but receive supply in other member state may also may be able to reclaim VAT charged in second state. To do so, business have a value added tax identification number. The 13th VAT directive allows businesses established outside the European Union to recover VAT in certain circumstances. The value added tax identification number is an identifier used in many countries in European Union for the VAT purposes. It confirms that the number is currently allocated and can provide the name or other identifying details of the entity to whom the identifier has been allocated. However, many national governments will not give out the VAT identification number due to data protection law. VAT number is a unique identification number that is assigned to every business registered for value added tax. Each European country uses its own format of VAT identification number. It begins with the code of the country concerned and followed by a block of digits and characters. Zero rate derogation. Some goods and services are zero rated. The zero rate is treated as a positive rate of tax calculated at 0%. Supplies subject to the zero rate are still taxable supplies, that is, they count as having VAT charged on them. In the UK, example include most food, books and medications along with certain kinds of transport. The zero rate is not featured in the European Union 6th directive as it was intended that the minimum VAT rate throughout European Union be 5%. However, zero rating remains in some member states, example Ireland as legacy of pre-European Union legislation. These member states have been granted a derogation to continue existing zero rating but are not permitted to add new goods or services. And European Union member states may uplift their domestic zero rate to a higher rate, for example, 5% to 5% or 20%. VAT rates. Different rates of VAT apply in different European Union member states. The lowest standard rate of VAT throughout the European Union is 16%, although member states can apply reduced rates of VAT to certain goods and services. Certain goods and services are required to be exempt from VAT, for example, postal services, medical care, lending, insurance, betting, and certain other goods and services to be exempt from VAT but may be subject to an European Union member state opting to charge VAT on those suppliers such as land and certain financial services. Input VAT that is attributable to exempt supplies is not recoverable. If a buyer and the business belong to the same states of the European Union, the rate prevailing in the state will be made applicable and these rates change from one state to another. Thus, European Union law make it clear that it must be at least 15% but not less than 5%. Also vary from one state to another and also between certain type of product. If buyer is from different European Union member state, VAT rate ends upon the type of product or services. If it is digital, then buyer's member state VAT rate applies, that is destination based. For other services, if business is not registered in buyer state, the VAT rate of business state will be applicable, that is origin based. In another case where business is registered in buyer state, the rate of tax of buyer state will be made applicable again, that is destination based. Here is a table which shows the different VAT standard rate applicable to 27 European Union member states. Serial number, member states and standard rate. First one, Austria 20%, Belgium 21%, Bulgaria 20%, Cyprus 19%, Czech Republic 21%, Croatia 25%, Denmark 25%, Estonia 20%, Finland 24%, France 20%, Germany 19%, Greece 24%, Hungary 27%, Ireland 23%, Italy 22%, Latvia 21%, Lithuania 21%, Luxembourg 17%, Malta 18%, Netherlands 21%, Poland 23%, Portugal 23%, Romania 19%, Slovakia 20%, Slovenia 22%, Spain 21%, Sweden 25%. European Union VAT area. The European Union VAT area is a territory consisting of all 27 member states of the European Union and certain other countries which follow the European Union's rules on VAT. The principle is also valid for some special taxes on products like alcohol and tobacco. All European Union member states are part of the VAT area. However, some areas of member states are exempt areas. Thank you.